This is Josiah Plays Masquerada, Songs and Shadows. So we're getting killed by the Chimera. This time we're going to beat it though. So here we go.
Lucia?
Just in time, Cicero.
What are you? Lucia!
Don't run through the... Okay, it's alright. Fire is beginning. Okay, number two. Number two. I want you to go the fuck over here. Number three. I want you to go the fuck over here. Number three. You, pal. Move your ass. Or, you know, or don't. Don't is also an option. Now I'm getting wrecked. Alright, do what you want, Golems. Do what you fucking want, basically. Alright, we need to get into there. We need to get into there quickly. Alright, we're doing better this time. I shouldn't say things like that. I say things like that and then I immediately die. Oh god, look! Look at- Oh god, look at us! Oh god. Get out of the fire, man. That one will never fucking move when it's fire time. Alright, I'm screwed. Oh no. Now I gotta get in here. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Didn't make it. Revive me, quick, 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 quick. Yes! Good job, good job. Go revive this one now.
I need it.
Run. Give him some fire guys to deal with. Revive.
It's not happening again.
Oh no, I'm getting killed. Getting killed. Run.
It's too much.
Freed myself. I thought that was hold the fuck on. That didn't heal me for shit. Health to all allies. Wait, does it not count me as an ally? Is that what's going on here? Oh, get in there, get in there, get in there. You, get in there. Alright. Run the fuck away. Again with this shit? Drop the quick meteor storm. Put some of these guys out. Run away. Kill this guy. He's at 1%. Yes!
Better have an explanation for this.
We actually beat him. The only reason that fight is particularly difficult is because I'm stuck with these golems that I can't really control very well versus my own party members. If I had Amadea and Calden here with me, we'd have rocked that fight. Chimera in a box. Artificial difficult. I mean, I don't mind there being suddenly difficult boss fights. I mean, that's... Or even difficulty spikes in general. I think it's cool for some of the combats to be easy and some to be hard. And in general, in games, I do not mind having to reload a bunch of times and try a fight over and over and over. I generally... I like that, actually, every so often, because that way it makes it feel like things are actually appropriately difficult and... you're actually overcoming some challenges and stuff. Now, I'm only playing on normal difficulty. I'm not playing this on hard. I'm just playing on normal, so, you know. Golems aren't following me anymore. Yeah, I noticed that. What's up with those golems? I don't know what's going on here. What Lucia's up to, what the golems are doing, where I am, what I'm even doing here.
This is it then? Well, I suppose it was nice knowing you two. Huh.
They waved goodbye? What the fuck? The Sunken Star Vault. Ooh, Vault sounds fancy and important. Wait a minute. Oh, I have 4 skill points now. Now we're talking. Alright, so now I could get Conviction, Comet. I think I want to make my familiars immune to damage. He has 2 points. I think he's gonna save his 2 points. She has 2 points. She's gonna save her 2 points. She has 2 points. She's gonna save her 2 points. He's gonna save his 2 points as well. Did Cicero get really drunk last night or ingest those yellow flowers in a scandalous fashion? I don't know. I don't know why he got up in the middle of the night, left, came and did this shit by himself like a crazy person. That is a lot of golems. Oh, wow.
Beautiful, isn't it?
You just tried to kill me.
No. I knew you'd survive. I just wanted to show you how powerful they were. And now you've seen. I promise there's no ambush this time. Just you and me.
I hope you've prepared your answers.
In Ombric, we'd call it Barati. They were once one of the Domenicate's many weapons. These were carriers of Masquerades, built to use them to fight, expand their empire.
How?
They use Masquerades without fear of salting. They might not use the Medea very well, but untamed fire will still burn.
They were effective?
The Domeniticate Empire spanned the entire continent. Altamir, Evamus, Lystra, everything.
Forming the Dactytes, getting the artifacts, fishing up ancient weapons. Why?
What this city needs is a proper leader.
What are you planning?
Seymour's crown is too volatile to juggle, and too large to overthrow. There is only one other avenue.
You want to topple the registry?
Yes. Once the crown sees the power we wield, believe me, they will submit. And if they don't...
Are you listening to yourself? The streets will run with blood if you...
A necessary price.
For what?
Another cataclysm.
What?
Another is coming, Cicero. The lady has foreseen it. And the city will not survive it unless it stands united.
Again, the lady. Why do you keep...
She led me to this. This
What?
is the heart. One piece to creating Masquerades.
How?
She is Fae.
Faye, they are mindless.
They used to be Domeniticati.
Oh.
Possible.
Don't tell me you don't see it. When Masquerades are destroyed, what is left behind?
Mists.
Yes! Masquerades, Dementicate, Fae. All things of this land, all with secrets from the past.
Oh shit.
This is madness.
This is Sparta.
Cicero,
Enough, Lucia.
listen to me, Cicero.
Enough!
Remember, you came here of your own accord. Think what it would mean to try to stop me with the powers I have on my side. Powers you can scarcely even begin to understand. What it would mean for your friends.
You would not hurt them?
Not if I didn't need to. And you know them. You can keep them out of harm's way. Or you can drag them into the deep with you.
Where do we begin?
What? We?
The first thing you must do is learn the histories of the land. The knowledge the Vegelus have on the Dementicate is but a fraction of the truth.
Looks like we're getting a codex entry.
Everything you need to know about the ancient people. Then you will truly understand. Until then, however, we must...
Cicero!
Oh shit, my crew is here.
What's going on?
The Portieri, they followed you. We tried to...
Oh damn. You didn't bring enough men. Do you see how many golems are in this room?
Do not let the traitor leave!
Defend me!
Shit's about to get serious! Okay, select my party. Well, you know who I'm selecting. My standard crew right here. They're like phoenixes. Fae to Dementicate to Masquerade to Fae to Dementicate. Well, I don't know that they ever go back to being Dementicate, though. I think they're just they're the Dementicate, then they take their souls and put them into the masks. They become Masquerades. Masquerade is destroyed. This mist is released, and that it gets turned back into Fae. But I don't think there's any step after that. I don't think that was really indicated. Is there about to be a gigantic ass battle right now? Yes, there is. I mean, I don't know about all these ones on the pillar. Are they going to be coming out of here? They're going to be coming out? How many? Oh my god, there's so many of them. I mean, yeah, I have a lot of soldiers on my side, but holy shit. This is ridiculous. Yeah, Fae were Dementicate, exactly. The Dementicate were turned into Masquerades. Then when the Masquerades are destroyed, energy is released, which becomes the Fae. But then after that, I don't think the Fae become anything else. Alright, holy shit. Ooh, somebody just took 100 piece. Alright. I want to take my team, and I want to come over here to this area. Now I want to drop some X's. Let's get out of the bullshit here. Get a stun off. Alright, now. We've got some of these guys. Gonna get him with this. He's gonna get the ward down. I'm gonna get the Tinder Wisps out. Break that off. Just gonna move in here and do this. Take him out. He's gonna stun this one. Alright, cool. We've got 2 of them down. We've got 2 of them down. We've got other fighting happening here and here. Let's go over here and help these guys out with this one real quick. Why is this Birati showing up as friendly? I don't know. Forget it then. Let's come over here to the middle. Oh, Tiziana's getting wrecked over here, and Vasco's down. It's not great. Team. Calden, can you cruise in here and heal her? It does heal her. Nice. Alright, Atmos Ring next. Quick strike this guy. I'm gonna come resurrect Vasco. I'm gonna Maelstrom. I'm gonna get these guys out.
I suppose I owe you.
Get the Tinder Wisps out. She's gonna attack this one. Maelstrom happens. Kinda hard to see what's going on at the moment.
Sir, the creatures are too strong.
Bring down the pillars.
What?
Are you deaf, Valencia?
Sir, we have men.
We cannot let the traitor live.
No!
Sir, Cicero is still there.
I don't care. Now do it.
Fuck you, Avestus!
Yes, sir.
No! Don't bring down the pillars! Yo, I got this! We can beat these things! We're kicking their ass! Oh, you asshole. Alright, pillars came down. So we're like trapped in here or whatever.
Bringing the place down!
We need to get out of here!
That's Slam! Get up, everyone! What are you? I said get on!
Wonder if these things would actually hurt me if they fell on me.
What are you doing? There's only one way out of this, and it is up. You cannot lift us all up. I can try. It has been tried, Bosco, hundreds of times, and everyone who has tried has salted. Thankfully, this is my first attempt. Bosco, I will not abandon you. Not this time.
Oh, Vasco's getting cool. Come on, do this. Spoony barred this shit.
Falling rocks away from me.
Good job, Vasco. Sometimes all you need is a flute.
Jump!
Uh-oh, Vasco's not doing good.
Bosco, can you hear me?
Can we get a hope spring over here?
He needs help.
The Estiguary. Elena has some herbs that might help.
I'll get the coach.
Hang in there.
Oh no. Salting. Is he gonna live?
How is he?
His body has stabilized.
And everything else?
He isn't awake yet. I had to give him a mixture of Redsworth and Avondale to stop the seizures.
How long?
The next few minutes. That combination is potent, but it doesn't last very long.
How did you know?
Elena heard you taking one of the horses. She told us, and we followed you to the Sunken Star. I wanted to go in after you, but Vasco said you needed space.
And the Portieri?
We weren't the only ones who were chasing your tail. Not long after we arrived at the Sunken Star, we saw Portieri approach. That's when we decided to go in after you.
How did they know?
Vasco suspects that Avestus sent someone to follow you too. He probably suspected that you were hiding something. And you were.
I was.
told you this investigation might bring us to darker places.
So?
I've failed before. The War of Bearings, Lysandra, Razatov, all failures, all because I'm not good enough.
You think you're responsible for us?
I'm in charge of this investigation. Where I go, so do you.
Because I want to! And I'm sure I speak on behalf of at least 2 of the others when I say that. You say that you feel responsible for us. Then think about us. How do you think we feel when you run off with your secrets like that?
Calden, you don't know what we're going up against.
And still, I choose to stay. To follow you. Now you think about what that means.
He's got a point, Cicero. He's got a point.
Vasco.
Wow. Going off on your own was kind of a dick move, Cicero. Kind of a dick move. Alright, we have some codexes to read. I'm sure he'll be fine. We still don't really know what salting is. By, you know, just context, what I've gathered is it's basically something that happens when you can't control the power of the Masquerade and you die from it, I guess. But we've never really... We've never really had a codex entry specifically about salting, telling us exactly what that means. Alright, so we have another thing about Lucia. Of course the lady would choose her as her pawn. Her conviction, the one thing that separated her from the rest of us, has proven to be her undoing. It has been twisted and corrupted and is now being used by the lady. It frustrates me because I can see in her eyes her belief that what she is doing is right, and knowing her, that belief ranks above among the most immovable things in this world. But I must try to shake it still. There must be some way I can convince her that what she is doing is wrong, some way I can make her see. I know not what the way into her heart and mind is, but I must try to find it for her sake. I hope he can turn Lucia around, that'd be good. And another thing about Tristan. Tristan has been a bro. Tristan has been a good friend, even though fucking Avestus crossed us the fuck out. I will be honest, never before have I thought that my friendship with Tristan could cause me so much grief. What he did at the Quiet Order was painful enough, but now, though I may have survived the ordeal, I am unsure if I can say the same about our friendship. It was tested, but I believe it has failed us both. No, but it wasn't him. He was the one that was arguing with Avestus not to collapse the pillars. I mean, he ultimately did collapse the pillars, but he was ordered to. I mean, he was ordered to. He was arguing on our behalf. I think he's still okay. Culture. Burati. Beings of stone, brought to life by the magics of the Masquerades, the Burati were one of the many ancient weapons of the Dementicate. They had the ability to use Masquerades without fear of salting, and when they were destroyed, the Masquerades would remain in their wake. It was power unbridled, and now they have returned. See, there isn't shit about salting in here. I mean, stone salt, yes, but that's different. That's a drug. That has nothing to do with the Masquerades. So, I guess we'll find out more about salting soon. Alright, so I think Vasco will be fine. You know why I think that? Honestly, it's a little bit metagame, but I think Vasco will be fine because we still have 4 more things to go for him, so I think he's okay. Saved by the Codex. These 3 are sitting around. She's sitting in her customary spot. They're standing there. Alright. I better go in and check on Vasco now.
Vasco? Vasco, listen to me. Vasco!
What's wrong with him?
Can you hear me? If you understand me, nod. Good. Now calm down. Everything will be all right.
Is it like he had a stroke?
I can't.
You can't speak.
Why?
Vasco, stop.
Why? Cicero.
Vasco, please.
No! Why?
He's not happy.
You salted.
Salt dead.
In the ruins. To get us out.
I remember for you.
I know. I know.
Please go.
Maybe he just needs rest, you know? And then it'll get better. Poor Vasco. Other people getting hurt for him is the last thing that Cicero wanted. He's already got all this guilt already that he feels responsible for. That's why he went alone. Now we learn about salting. Thank you. Oh, well, first we learn some more about the lady. The lady, the third. Lucia is right. I believe her. I believe that the lady is Dementicate, that she is of the old world, that she knows more than we do. I cannot run from that any longer. My worry now does not revolve around the authenticity of Lucia's claim, but rather our response to it. How are we going to fight something that exists on a different plane altogether? Whatever it is, the fact that she has not destroyed us completely, despite her powers, must count for something. Dwelling on this isn't going to bring forth any answers. We must keep looking forward. Tell me about salting. Salting. My father always used to tell me that all things in the world were fair. I don't believe I've quite come to agree with the sentiment, although I do appreciate that he was trying to sweeten our lot in life with his words. I will, however, agree with that point when it comes to power in this world. Always there are consequences to wielding power, losses that come in various forms. It is no different with Masquerines. Despite the abilities that Masquerines bestow, tapping too deeply into the powers of a Masquerine has crippling side effects. There is a threshold that the Vegelus have come to identify, crossing which a Masquerada undergoes a process called salting, named so because of how apparently similar the effects are to overdosing on a drug called stone salt. The effects differ marginally from case to case, but in general, when a Masquerada salts, their mind is rent and torn apart. Few recover enough to continue functioning normally. No victims have ever had the process reversed. So it is kind of like having a stroke. Why exactly we salt is, like many other aspects of the Masquerines, unknown. But the Vegelus have shown that it is possible to, through practice of the Medea, push back one's salting point. So you can get stronger over time so that you can handle more without salting. Alright, well now we know what salting is. And poor Vasco seems to have salted. That's unfortunate. Well, hopefully he'll get better. We'll find a way to cure him or something. Wonder if he can still play his flute. Everyone's just chilling down here. Alright, let's see what's going on now.
Inspectore.
I'm grabbing books, apparently. And not talking to anyone. I'm just grabbing books. And I'm going that way. Why am I grabbing books and going that way?
Where are you going?
And again, I say nothing. Why are you being a dick, Cicero?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to make Faye.
Cicero! What is...
My arm, please.
Will you please explain yourself?
Thank you.
Inspectore, what are you...
Quiet, please.
Why am I making Faye?
What is he doing?
Shith. He's creating a Fae.
What is this Shith?
What's he done?
Amadea, tell it we mean no harm.
My Dementica isn't that...
Try.
Shaista? Iguan? Tufisgar? Sen Arthafwil? Tugok?
What's it saying?
Oh my god, they can talk.
The words that it's using are more archaic than what I've studied.
Come on, Amadea, you've got more than that.
Rish? Sen Arthafwil? Tugok? I don't know.
Try harder. Surely there must be something you can...
Why do you call?
You can understand it.
Ask it if it knows about the artifacts.
Vilafis Treror.
Iga Sathem.
Vel.
Vel.
What's it doing?
Lost.
Bosco, we need to find the artifacts.
Ikara Treror.
Treror. Is.
Does it know where they are?
Ishas.
Legdom Dwil. Legdom Ifas.
Let me go. Let me see.
It needs to get its bearings again.
We need its word that it will not abandon us.
It's a Fae, Inspectore. You can't trust it.
Yes, we can. Its word.
Havar Gershen. Tuartesh.
So he can speak to Mentica just fine.
On its... On...
Honor.
Yes.
Let it go.
You're insane.
Let it go.
Tudwil.
Melroy. Will.
I hope it knows to keep the shadows.
It's a cute little bastard.
We'll be back.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Vasco.
Good night.
So that's interesting.
But he is strong. He will piece himself together, somehow.
And he is also right. It's getting very late.
Too late for an explanation. I have many questions, Inspectore, but...
I'll answer them tomorrow.
Good. Then, I suppose we should call it a night.
Cal.
It's Vince.
Something's happened?
What is that about?
I know better than to pry, sir.
No.
Uh-oh, something bad. Calden's mad.
It's late. Vint, you can spend the night.
Okay, this story in this game is so good. There's all these twists and turns and unexpected things that happen, and it seems like it just gets deeper and deeper. So, yeah, maybe he can understand speak it because he salted. That's exactly what I think. Maybe when you salt, you try to draw too much power and you end up causing the soul of the Dementicate who's in the mask to, like, partially take you over. Or partially, like, fuse with your own mind. And it basically breaks your mind. But it gives you some of the knowledge or whatever of the old Dementicate himself. Oh, yeah. That's right. Probably, you're right. What's her name? The songstress probably told people that Calden's gay, or, you know, is using that information against him somehow. Which is some bullshit. You have to sleep soon, Everfrost? Well, you know, if you miss it, all of these, this will all be on my YouTube channel, so you'll be able to watch the videos of this if you want to. Maybe if you swipe the heart artifact from the Herald Lady, maybe that would dispel the salt effect. Yeah, maybe. Maybe so. You never know. Alright. So, first things first, we have a new mask. Do we have a new mask? Well, Cicero doesn't have a new mask. Tune. Maelstrom. Rebirth. Meteor Storm. Chakra. I'm gonna switch her to Meteor Storm. Orlana. Yeah, it was Orlana. Tectonic Phase. Absorbs magmatic energies from the ground, regenerating focus as the caster moves. Grotesques. Turns to stone, becoming immune to damage and regenerating health. While the caster is in this form, they cannot move. That sounds pretty cool. Alright, I'll take that. Vasco has Stampede. A stampede of lightning horses that deals damage to any enemy in their path? Sold. I'll take it. So there's 2 more masks for Cicero to find. 1 more for him. 2 more for her. 1 more for her. 2 more for him. Okay. Stampede of lightning horses? That sounds amazing! He may not be able to speak, but he can summon a stampede of lightning horses, and that's what really fucking matters. Ultimately, at the end of the day. Oh, you don't like my stutter? Lightning horses, motherfucker! Alright, let's see what's going on here now. Wait, I didn't get any more codex after all that? No, I guess not. Oh, he crumpled up the letter and left it there. I'm about to read his letter, because I'm some kind of dick move. I read Calden's letters, that's what I do. I picked it up, but what now? Apparently I have to go talk to him about it.
You don't know why she wants to see you.
The head matron doesn't summon her people to the Hall of Songs unless it has to do with their legacies.
It's the journal, isn't it?
Ah!
Calm down, Cal.
How? I am this close to losing everything.
What are you talking about?
I don't... Orlana has had one goal since Jaxus died. To find out how and why.
And this journal has the details.
And more. Jaxus wanted to tell the world about us. To use the Sailheart as evidence that we do leave legacies behind. That we deserve our space on the Singing Tree. He was tired of hiding. Of living a lie, of being safe. He asked me if I would stand with him in this. In fear, I told him that he spoke words of idiocy. That he was being selfish. That night he drank until he could not see reason. I found his body in the back alleys of a tavern the morning after.
No, no.
Tavern owner said he picked the wrong fight.
I'm so sorry. When was this?
It's only been a year. But it feels so much longer.
And the journal?
I wrote in it every day for half a year. About the incident. About what I would have done different. About how much I miss him.
You could claim ignorance. Say that she wrote the entries to frame them.
No.
It won't work.
Can't do that.
Why?
Oh, he's dropping his crazy arm things.
Jaxus gave me this. It's an embellished Dementicate glyph for the sunset.
The sunset?
As a symbol of the meeting of 2 entities that were worlds apart, sun and sea, and how beautiful they were together. In the journal I wrote about how he gave me this tattoo and what it means. The matron will see through the lie if I tell her the journal was fabricated. She will know, and I will lose everything. I will see you tomorrow.
Oh shit. Now we got some stuff to read. So Calden's in a bad place. He's in trouble. We've got to go and we've got to convince this Orlana to leave him the fuck alone. And to not do what she's doing. Either that or he's just got to go ahead and come out and we've got to try to help him out so that, you know, he's okay after that. I don't know. It's a tough situation. I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do for him exactly. But we got to do something for him. Got to do something. Alright, let's check out the case notes. Day 3. Entry 5. The Fae has been created. I have sent it out to find us our next lead, and I am certain it will return. It has been a while since I have penned in detail our exploits, but the weight of a heavy heart is not confined to the breast. I now must make the attempt at recording all that has passed. Lucia is the Herald, and she believes that a Fae called the Lady has the ability to lead the city in order to defend it against another cataclysm. I do not know enough about the cataclysm to be so quickly convinced, however. In fact, it seems more likely that that is a lie fed to her by the Lady in order to frighten her into action. The powers of the Lady are impressive. They led Lucia to the heart, one of the Treror. I know not how or when it came into her possession, but surely it was the Lady that brought her to it. Though I know it plays a role in the creation of Masquerades, I know not exactly what that role is. I am certain, however, that it hasn't much power on its own. If it did, Lucia would have demonstrated it. What better way to convince me of its capacity? The fact that she did not is enough for me to believe that her possession of the artifact hasn't created an insurmountable power gap. Though the Lady is clearly powerful, I am uncertain she is all that Lucia makes her out to be. The Lady promised Lucia that she had a plan for me. Doubtless it was that I would see her logic and aid her in her conquest. But the fact that I am here, chronicling this, proves that the Lady is not all-knowing. She does not have the world bending to her will, and that should give us enough hope. Also, another bridge has been drawn that is sure to change the world as we see it. Previously, we had established that the Masquerades were once the Mentecate. We established that the Mists were an essential component of the Fae. Now we learn that the Mists of Umbra are the remnants of the Masquerades that dissipate upon their wearer's death. Masquerades are of the same essence as Fae, the souls of the Mentecate. I have given the Fae instructions to find the rest of the Treror. It makes me uncomfortable that all we can do now is wait for its return, but we must not forget to rest while we can. Unfortunately, that prospect seems slim, what with Vince's arrival and the news she's brought. Yeah. Because now we gotta help out Calden. Gotta help him out. While we wait for this Fae to come back and give us some info or whatever. Alright. More about Calden. There is little justice in this world. A man in possession of such kindness and compassion should not have been dealt so bitter a hand. As if the circumstances into which he'd been born haven't been torturous enough in this world. He's had so much taken from him. And now his tattoo, a symbol of love, has been twisted into the very thing that threatens to topple his life. Yet here I stand, unsure about the role I am meant to play in this. I have the option of standing with him. I am close to Mirabas, and I'm certain she will give weight to my opinion. Or I could choose to let the world have its way with him, as it's had its way with so many others. After all, is that not fair? So many have suffered in his position before. Why should he be different? Nah, fuck that. Of course we're gonna stand with Calden. Ages, I can feel my mind scrambling for excuses to simplify the turmoil in my heart. I know what has happened to him is not right. I know he deserves better. But why must I be the one to give that to him? I feel like I have been in this position before, and I have no love for it in the least. No, don't back out of this, Cicero. You owe Calvin a debt of loyalty. If nothing else. If nothing else. Besides the fact that it's just the right thing to do. You're going to bed, Nox? Alright, Nox. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for chatting with me as always. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. And more about Vasco. Hold on a second. My entire life thus far has been an attempt to disengage. When I was young, my brother and I kept to the shadows of the streets. We hunted where the other children would not. We stole from the houses that were the targets of no others. This was a choice I made for us, because I believed that the fewer ties we developed with the world around us, the less they had to hurt us with. And I was right. I spent so much time watching how the children of street gangs were abused and abandoned, cheated and taken advantage of by the very people they'd come to trust. Alright, I'll see you later, Everfrost. Thanks for coming by and chatting. Have a good one. See you next time. I refused to let that happen to us, and it never did. What's more, we earned enough on the side to keep the family afloat. I had no reason to believe that there was anything wrong with the way I'd been living. Cyrus was very different. He'd always believed on relying on others for help, on standing as part of a group because there was strength in unity. But I was the older one. We did things my way. Things never really changed for me, even as I matured. When I joined the Portieri, I made few friends and even fewer enemies. As an Inspectore, there weren't that many of us to begin with, and our lives revolved around independent axes. When the other Inspectores and I had to pick assignments, I'd rarely ever chosen diplomatic ones. My forte has always been solitary investigation. Instead of immersing myself in society, I chose to surround myself in shadow, to keep the ties I had with the world around me thin. It was habit. It kept me from being accountable for things in the chaotic world that were beyond my control. Until now. Perhaps living this way for so long had fostered in me the belief that it might have been possible for me to divorce myself from the world. It would be my own person. I would be my own person, independent and free from responsibility. It was a coward's lie, a coward who was too afraid to face the weight of the truth that it was an impossibility. We breathe the air of the world, eat the fruits of its trees, step on its earths and soils. By those immutable facts, we impact the world, no matter how deep a hole we try to isolate ourselves in. We are accountable for the influence that we have on those around us, no matter if it was inflicted by our design or by uncontrollable circumstance. Vasco salted for me. I don't know why or what he was thinking, but he did, and now I am forced to reckon with my actions. Going to Lucia, trying to keep my ties with these people, with these friends of mine, I dare call them, as thin as possible, was foolish. See, that's what I'm saying. And he's coming to realize this now. I'd spent time around these people, had fostered with them some sort of connection, no matter how deep. Did I truly think that I could erase that simply by running away? It cannot be clearer to me now that my attempt at cutting them out of my life, for both their sakes and mine, has only inflicted bitter wounds upon us all. Wounds that, most frustratingly, weren't even necessary. How much longer can I run? How many more people around me will I have to hurt before I learn that cowardice damns us all? This must stop. I cannot afford to run any more, for the sake of those around me. For them, I must commit. I don't know what else I can do for Vasco as reparation, but this is a good start. So he is definitely changing and learning lessons through this. And he's going to become more connected to these people, more of a leader, more responsible for others, which is what he's always tried to avoid his whole life. It's awesome to see the fucking character development in this. It's so good. The character has so much more of an arc than in most RPGs. Most games, period, I guess. Oh, now we're gonna talk to Vint.
He told me what happened with Jaxus.
That's good.
In just the span of over a year, he's lost two of the most important people in his life. Now his legacy is in jeopardy as well.
Pardon my language, sir, but damn it, he doesn't deserve this. He's already got enough on his plate with the world looking at people like him the way they do. It's not fair.
You shouldn't be drinking. You worry him.
What are you gonna do, sir?
What do you mean?
Stand up for him is what I mean. You're not gonna let him go through that, are you?
Stand up for... Do you know what that means?
It means that you'll be there for him.
It means that I'll be defying the Hall of Songs. This is the way people like him have been treated for ages.
So you believe that it's right, the way they treat him?
Of course not!
Then you'll stand up for him.
It's not that simple.
I don't see why not!
I'm just one man!
So what? Who cares if you're one man or 100? You believe in something, you fight for it. Simple. And you believe in Cal, don't you?
You don't know what you're saying.
I'm too young, so I don't matter, is that it?
No, Vint, please.
I like
I hope you
Vint.
enjoyed your drink, sir.
Vint's awesome. Letting fucking Cicero know. Just straight speaking truth to power up in here. Vint the Second. As an inspectore, I am all too familiar with thorough analysis and thoughtful consideration. Think and think and think again is what we were taught to do. Nothing is ever as simple as it seems. Always look beneath the surface. Always second guess and doubt. In that haze of advocated contemplation, you can understand how easy it would be to forget that sometimes the best solution to a situation might be the most straightforward. The clutter of consideration can sometimes be the enemy of action. Think for too long or too hard and you end up paralyzed. Sometimes it is better to just do. I believe that that is one of the few lessons in life that needn't be learnt, as it were. As children, all we do is act. Rarely do we ever stop to think. But instead is a lesson that needs to be protected against the overwhelming maelstrom of knowledge and thought that comes with age. Every once in a while we need a reminder to pull our heads out from the clouds and simply act. And this time my reminder has come in the form of a young girl with more wisdom than I'd first anticipated. She told him what he needed to hear. Of course he's gonna act. Of course he's gonna stand for Calden. He has to. No time to be a coward anymore. No more cowardice. Alright, we'll see what happens next in the story in our next episode. That is going to do it for this one. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Masquerada, Songs and Shadows.